back. Back with some more aim training. Hello, Denka, Phil, Lord Fur, Gummy. Let's get the lo-fi music on before we start. I have a lot of new art updates for you guys. So let's get into the aim training and then we can talk about it during the break. Did you get that knee pad you want? No. Actually, that's been cut. Okay? It's gone. Gone. I was gonna stream at like 11, but as you guys know, did more research, did more pose, looking, watching, collecting, what you want to call it. I'm in one of those periods where like I'm in deep focus, and I can't really break the focus until I'm satisfied. Are you guys one of those? Are you just like me? Okay, what a bad score. We'll live with it. What was the thing again? It was boots and socks or stockings.
Drink water, you dehydrated
Oh my
bitch!
gosh. The water? Today is the beginning of my short form content spree. I don't know when I'll start, but no more long form, guys. Cracking my knuckles here. No, the one you asked? I think the one that I asked was for shoes and socks. Today's water bottle, the leftover water from yesterday. Thanks for the hydrate, Dinka. Damn. Right back down. Oh, forget it. I don't remember. Everything just goes by so fast. Oh, I hate it when they clash. $670. Let's go. 6767. Who's texting my phone? Thanks for the look, Dinka. Oh, dang it. Are you guys able to hear my text notification? I'm sure when I talk, you can hear it better. Oh. All right. I think that's the last four. Sure is. Go do that. Start a timer and trade out the mouse pad. All right. All right. Let me do some mathematic calculations real quick. 6 times 3. Um, times 9. Yeah. If I were to do 6 times 3, 8. All right, onto the art part, right? Uh, do 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 do. Bum, ba, na, 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 na. Oh, I should probably have it had my browser up for this. Sorry. We're probably gonna have to do another run. Um, okay, never mind. It all came up fairly fast. All right, KTZ. We're talking about the updated. Okay, I did some updating on my outfit. Okay, you just got here at the right time. Okay, so let's have a look here. So this is me, right? This is me. What we're gonna do is still keep these boots, right? And but we'll move it up to higher on the ankle, right? Um, so this is what it'll probably ended up looking like. I'm gonna have one stocking all the way up, and have the belt, the thigh belt match it like in height, and then the other one shorter below in the knee, so like right here. All right. So you guys can see like this design is how I'm basically gonna have it physically, right? I'm gonna have the edges. Oops. Dang it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, here it is. I'm gonna have the edges darker, right? You see how I drew an arrow right there? The edges are gonna be darker because that's where it's reinforced, right? Right. But I'm gonna have a logo on the longer one, just like how this character's name's Bay from Nikke has a logo, right? So the logo is right there, right? You can kind of see it. Let me zoom in. I can't zoom any further, but you can see it. It's right there, right? The logo is right there, right? I'm gonna have the logo of a baby blue eye flower. So this is what a baby blue eye looks like, right? Isn't it beautiful? That's our logo, right? It's gonna be white on the inside, and then the blue's gonna be the shade of my eyes. This is better than having the design behind the knee. Thank you. This is why you're here, KTZ, because all those people did not tell me that. Only you, and maybe a couple other people told me that. So this is our team logo. You know, it's easy to draw, right? I wanted a beautiful flower that was easy to draw and has high contrast. Like I just remember KTZ was the first one to shoot the bullet. Okay, I'm sure some of you agreed with him, but he was the first one to fire. You know, a little bit of black on the inside, white, blue, the same color as my eyes. So yeah, same color blue as my eyes, which is different from the blue on the inside, right? As for the background color, I'm not sure what the background color is, because if we look here, hers is just white, a bit of blue, and then the background's just all pink. That's her main color. Let's see. So her main color is pink. The secondary is white and black, and the accent color is yellow. So if we do that, my main color is this blackish green, right? And then my secondary colors is blue and white, and the accent is red. All right, we can do that. So let's go back to her. So main color is pink, secondary is white and black. So if we go based on that, right? If we go based on that, our background should be black, or not black, this darkish green, and white and blue. Okay, that works. You guys think that works? Like a darker green right here, like this darker green, this section as the background. And it'll tie into the darkened spot on the thigh. The stockings. All right, you think that's good? Yes, think that's good. What do you guys think? All right, so here's me, right? These stockings gone, out the window. Replace with stockings like these of different length. The thigh high will be right across, right across the longer one. right? The only design on the stocking is that the dark part where it's reinforced. I don't have anything like special going on. I considered doing stripes like these, but I don't know. I don't know if I should do stripes on the shorter one and keep the longer one simple. I don't know. I feel like it would look off. It would look off in my design because mine is so like reserved, I guess you can say. Yeah, the design is more reserved. So for now, I'm not gonna do stripes. I think it would be kind of weird if we were to zoom out and look at it as a whole. Solid color? Yeah, solid color. Solid color. Again, you make some confusing choices, but make sense. Confusing. So, these boots, black everywhere, except for the laces, right? The laces are highlighted with our, we'll see. I'm not sure if I should use the blue on the inside as the lace. We'll see. As for the stockings would be this darker color, and the reinforcements part would be black. So logo background is gonna be probably a similar shade. Yeah, probably similar shade to this, with my eye color as the edges, white in the center, and then black dots. That's how you draw it. I don't know. What do you guys think of my flower? Is it a good flower to choose? I personally think it's a beautiful color. It actually looks like this in real life, right? Sometimes it's purple edges, sometimes it's blue edges, sometimes it's even lighter. It's pretty simple to draw, you know. 5 petals of basically the same length, and they go into each other. The white on the inside just mimics the outside, and then black dots on the corners. But you gonna put it on the belt? No, I'm not gonna put it on the belt. I'm gonna put it on the thigh high, like right here. You can see it on the longer part, on the longer thigh high. I can imagine a fancy outfit has that flower on your hair. Yeah, you know, I need to figure out like all my branding, right? So I was thinking, what is an easy logo that people can draw, right? What is an easy thing that people can draw? It's probably like, you know, a simple shape, and I think this flower is simple enough. You know, it's not a star, but a 5 petal flower is pretty easy. Can't be too easy, like a box, like a square, you know. Anyone can draw a square, and it's kind of hard to add detail to a square to make it look beautiful. And yes, no, I've always been a flowery person, so this flower is the perfect one for us, in my opinion. Unless you guys can find a better flower. I'd looked at other flowers in the past before. They're all bluish flowers. Like I had all this to look at. And I was like, yeah, complicated, pretty complicated. Simpler, but looks kind of ugly. This one's okay. You know, do a lot of flower research that are like naturally blue. But yeah, that's what's going on in my head. Hope you guys like the update. We got rid of the knee part, the knee pit part. We just go with stockings and thigh high. But yeah, what do you guys think overall? You just gotta let me sleep on it. You just gotta let me sleep on it, you know? If you guys have any other ideas, I would like to hear them. Whether they're good or bad. Let's get back into the aim training. Looks nice. Thanks. Hopefully it goes well with all my outfit. Today I found some fan service art that we can use for poses. Are you guys ready to see? You know, I'm trying to cater to like as wide of an audience as possible. More friends the better. So, you know, personally, you guys know what type of poses I like. One of those like dramatic scenes, violent scenes. Some of you may categorize them as weird. Something that tells a dark story. But I also know that not all of you enjoy such a thing. That's why I got like a furry outfit. Yanking my chain with the hair though. Short wolf, then you want it long, and now back to short. No, I don't. I don't want it short. No, I want it long. Long enough to cover my butt. And also, oh, I see what you're saying. It's different designs for like the next outfit, you know. Because right now I'm focusing on outfit 1. What you're seeing as a PNG right now is the beta stage. I'm gonna have multiple outfits. I'm looking to have at least like 5. But you know, it's all comes down to time and money. If we want them to come out faster. What do you guys think? 1 outfit a year? Is that too fast for a person of my stature? One outfit a year is what like the big VTubers do. So I think that's kind of it might be difficult for me if I want to do 1 outfit a year. Maybe 1 outfit every 2 until I can become full time. I have hair on my shoulder. How did I get there? Is my hair falling out? Yeah, I already have like at least 2 other outfits in my mind. Maybe 4. But, you know, all of them needs to be like defined. It's just like an empty silhouette right now. Like you can say, yeah, I want a shirt, but what type of shirt? A ribbed turtleneck sweater would make you extra garu. Let me look up what a ribbed turtleneck is. Ribbed turtleneck. Oh, okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that it's the right one. I showed an outfit like that yesterday as a concept outfit. I'm not sure if you saw. It was oh wait, you were there. It was the Hakama style outfit with the gi. But it had a turtleneck underneath, a ribbed turtleneck. Not sure if you remember. All right, looking good. 720. Down to 600. I likely forgot. I'll show it again after our break. Or after our runs. All right, that's the last run, 650. Let me go check this other scenario real quick. Okay. All right, so I know what scenario to get rid. Put an X mark next to it. That would be the scenario that we'll get rid in future testing. We don't need 9 scenarios. We can have 8 and shave off some time. All right, let me switch the mouse pad. Grab Discord. Go here. Here it is, KTZ. This is the outfit I'm talking about. Rib turtleneck with traditional Hakama style. He's even wearing boots. This is more of a modern style, like this outfit is a more modern style. This lady's also doing it. Yeah, boots with kimono. The obi is like very unique. Oh yeah, that's the one I like, the white and black. Yeah. All right, let me show you guys the new I added a chibi corner. Me and who, guys? Me and who? Who's gonna be the dog? Who's gonna be the dog? What do you guys think? funny pose, huh? Funny pose, huh? Miyake or what? If only adult was here so I can show him. Let's go to the headshots. New headshots. I like her stare. I don't know. I like the dead look in her eyes. This one's good too. For those of you who like this style of art. And this one, if only it was like the other way around. How about Akemi? I don't know if Akemi is willing to be in such a pose with me. You know, some people like a submissive person. Personally, I'm not into those type of pictures, but you know, I'm trying to cast the widest net possible. Focus on here. Focus on here. Yeah. This look in her eyes. I thought these were beautiful. Especially this last one. This last one is very beautiful. Other headshots. Nervous look. This is my type of a headshot. I like this type of not this one, but this one. Just a nervous look. A bit cutesy, a bit playful. You know, heart emoji. Some people like that. Onto the chest up area. So you know, a little bit of fan service, sleeping. This is more my style and possibly KTZ's because I know KTZ likes Toho. Yeah, there's more my style. It's different ones. This is more my style. Dynamic pose. Let's go to the half body. Yeah, just focus on the girl, right? Yeah, the two outer side girls is the pose I'm going for. Mainly the shorter one. Just beautiful pose again. This is more a panda style. Not my style, but it looked good in my opinion. Oh, some fan service. Let's not zoom in on those. Who's gonna be my duo and trio? You know, who's gonna be in the background? Here, I'll zoom in just real quick. Yeah, who's gonna be in the background? Maybe Moy and someone else. Maybe Noah. Yeah, some fan service shots. I really like this cop lady's stature. She's like the build that I imagined my character to be initially. Pretty tall. But I also like a drowsy looking girl that's tall also. Yeah, but that's how I initially imagined myself as like this cop lady. Tall. Good stance. And we are out of time. We'll come back on our other break to go view the other poses. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the poses? Are they dynamic enough or not? It just makes it easier on the artist to have like a working reference. Instead of just describing with words, be like, here's a picture. Just do that. Did you guys enjoy the fan service? I know a lot of you don't care about the fan service, but maybe that's what you outwardly say, that you don't care about the fan service. I know some of you are serial gooners, such as Neko. All right, 680. Is that the warm-up score? Um, did I get this wrong? Did I read my little page wrong? Why is this the next pad? Okay, I guess we'll go with it. Um, 680. Looks nice. Just depends on what I like. What I count as well. Yeah. This is call you a serial gooner. If you're having to ask, then you are, okay? The hell is going on? The pad order is in strange order. Oh my gosh, Excel, online Excel. Why are you so bad? Please. All right. I don't have enough money to buy Excel, and it's free if you log into your Microsoft account and use it the browser way. It's better than Google Sheets, but sometimes if you're asking too many commands at once, it freezes up. And I'm like, bruh, what data center are you on, bro? Move my shit elsewhere. Oh, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Okay. I see what's going on. I'm just gonna finish out these runs. Let's just say I like both extremes. I like a long flat road for drag racing, and I like curves of a mountain pass. Hope you have a good day, bimbo. No, I'm not having a good day. Google or Excel is making things worse. I haven't eaten yet. I need to go eat. I'm just not hungry. $5.90. And this is the last run, then we go take our break and fix stuff. All right, 660. Do you lead targets on the scenario? Yes, I do. I lead just a bit, and when I click, it lands right on them. All right, let me control Z here. Fix all the things that I did. Did that fix it? Chơi xong mới ăn. Tại sao? Thì đi chợ đi, con chỉ ăn kim chi với lạc nướng. Nào, đói đi. Yeah. Đi chợ đi. Đâu sao? Đi đi. All right, everything is fixed. Everything is moved. All right, life is good. Okay. Cũng được. My mom was like, your sister just took one of her tests, her master's test. And I was like, okay. And then my mom was like, she got a 92. And I was like, yeah, that's an all right score. Am I an Asian parent? Why no 100? All right. We're moving on to the next set of outfits or poses I can show you guys that I was looking at today. So, you know, some fan service. Some fan service, you know. We love fan service. But this is more my style. Isn't it beautiful? This is more my style. Something like this. 92 means they will live in a rundown apartment. I really like this artist's work. More Toho. And something a little goofy for those people out there. I do plan on making a flatter version of myself. A smaller, flatter version. Because I know a lot of people don't like big honking milkers. Oh, a little bit of spoilers. Some more fan service. I really like this one. Very traditional Japanese painting mixed with modern. This is just goofy. Me and who? Me and who? I saw that Asuna. You sure damn did. Me and who? Me and who? Man, I really love Nissin ramen, especially the curry one. Oh, godlike. I heard Sifu's the second favorite. I'll have to try it. But yeah. More Toho. Just some fan service. Fan service, fan service, and then fan service. Okay, let's not zoom in on those. I think that's it. That's all the poses I collected today. Made a new chibi channel. Pulling some new inspirations that I didn't go with. It's Galbera from Withering Waves. I do like the back design though, like for the outfit. So yeah, just collecting ideas. Nothing in head and faces, nothing in scars, nothing in eyes, nothing in hair. I think that's it. Did I get new emote ideas? Oh yes, I did get this one. She says, ouch. Eat that. Wait, a second. Was that Hoshino? Hoshino. Talking about this character? It's Gabrina from Withering Waves. Hoshino, Hoshino. Shinobu, Vivian. Don't know any Hoshino here. Misono. Yep. I love shit like this. But yeah, no new mascot ideas. Just Toon Link stuff. Miscellaneous, nothing new here. All right, that's it. That's all I have to show in terms of art. Blue Archive character. Oh, you meant to say Misano. No, it's not. It's not Misano. It's I don't remember her name. I'll look it up right now. Actually. Who I had was. Oh, had green eyes with pink hair. Nope, not her either. Nope. I remember it starting with an H. Oh, it's Hanako. Hanako from Blue Archive. That's who she was. Whatever the case, I saw Big. It was big. You guys know me. They call me Titty Boy. Yo, what's up, Solomon? We just got done showing off our new collection of stuff. Maybe I can get your opinion on it after our little aim training session. We just go over it again. Gotta wait about 6 minutes. How's it going? I guess I'll start at the top where my new boots and stockings changes. And we can go down to the poses and other stuff I added. The first thing I hear on the stream is they call me Titty Boy. Of course they call me Titty Boy, guys. Come on, man. I love tall women and I like big titties. What more do you need to know about me? Working on Naruto stuff as I listen to your stream. Derivative. I took all the way till Calc 3. But don't ask me anything relating because I'm like, I don't know. One of those use or lose skills. I was watching a TikTok last night and the guy was Puerto Rican and I learned that in Puerto Rican Spanish to say strawberry, it's strawberry. and blueberry was blueberry. And I was like, huh, there's a lot of they don't use the Spanish word, they use like the borrowed English word. I thought that was interesting as like a dialect. Did you hear about the situation with the unhinged Reddit mod trying to break into a random guy's house? I saw Charlie put a video out on it, but I didn't really see it. Maybe I should run the ads after this run because I don't want it to be interrupted while I'm showing off my art ideas. When I'm really yapping. Wow, I'm consistently shit at this scenario with this mousepad. Alright, I'm gonna run the ads a bit early because it's warning me that they're about to happen. 80. Sure, that's an outlier score. Okay, we're gaining. Looking up. Okay, that's the last score. Hopefully the ads are done. Take our little aim training break here, switch out the pad, and move on. Set this up here. All right, so where's my full screen capture? Here. Okay, so you guys know that this is my design, right? Honestly, if I was in the heat of the moment, I'd feel tempted to use the Second Amendment, but after the situation was handled, I'm glad no one got seriously injured or killed from it. I don't know what all happened. I just know like some guy was screaming at a doorbell is what it looked like from the thumbnail. I didn't watch the video, but maybe you can explain as I explain my current updated changes. So you know, this is me. You guys already know that, right? Yesterday we talked about these shoes and stockings, but I wanted to cut out in the back. We're not doing that no more, okay, guys? We're not doing that no more. We want these shoes higher up on the ankle, right? And then we're gonna have stockings back, except the stockings are gonna be of different varying length, okay? So it's gonna, where's that other image that I had? Here it is. All right, move this up. Let's zoom this in. So I'm gonna have it higher up, and my thigh strap will be on the other leg, on the skin, and it will line up with the longer sock. The shorter sock will be right below the knee, right? So just imagine this outfit, right? Here's the side view. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna have the edges darker. So you see how like the edge of the stocking is darker. And I'm gonna have a logo on the dark part, just like this character. So right here, yeah. And our logo, right? We decided, well, I decided, we didn't decide. I decided on a baby blue eye flower. So this is what it looks like drawn This is what it looks like IRL. And hand drawn. So it's simple, easily recognizable, and not too plain. So I'll probably do the blue the same color as my eyes, and the background is this dark green, right? On the black part. For my boots, still same thing, everything black except for the laces. It would be accented with my little green, maybe on the inside, right? The green on the inside. My stockings is the dark part of my jacket, and then it would be black on the edge. So what do you think, Solomon? Clean? Indifferent? Trash? Let me know your opinion. So yeah, what happened was the guy got broke into the house. The guy that broke into the house, but the owner bashed him in the face with a shovel. Then the guy got all sheepish and backed down and surrendered, so to speak, and was taken away by the police. Yeah, killing someone is definitely you don't want to do that. That's like the last resort. Personally, I'm a gun owner, right? But I really do not want to use it and murder someone else. First, there's all legal headache coming from it. That's the stress, money, and time that you're not gonna get back. And more importantly, killing someone is a big taboo in all of humanity. So I know a couple of let's just say legal killers. Right? I'm not gonna specify their jobs, but they can legally do it, and all of them have come back not the same. Probably worse. I have a lot of friends that tell me that they still remember as if it's yesterday. Like every detail. That's crazy though. A Reddit mod breaks into another person's home. Yeah, of course. Of course he's gonna meet some resistance. That's funny. That's so cartoony. The way you described that was the guy used a shovel and he smacked him in the face. That's so cartoony. For me, it stems from a place of preferring to show mercy the moment someone stops being a threat, and only escalate if they keep being aggressive and actually threaten either my life or someone else's. I don't know. They're different school of thoughts. Like some people, well, most people will first threaten them to like, hey, don't do it, buddy. This is gonna hurt. And then, they get closer, and then some people are like, yeah, I fire off a shot into them, or like, but some people are so good, they're so used to training to aim at certain spots that might be the only shot that's fired. A lot of people also say, dead people don't talk, and so it's better for you that way. Because a lot of the times, when they run away, they come back and like sue you financially. There's also a lot of stuff in the courts, because like you're more likely as a man to be guilty, even though you're defending yourself, right? Be framed as guilty if you are a man and using a rifle. That's just the odds on all like the metadata of court cases of shootings in self-defense. So this is like the court cases are in self-defense in your own home, right? And they're like, you are usually in your rights to defend yourself. Damn, imagine as he was screaming, open the fucking door or I'll kill you. He gets shot in the mouth just to have a point be proven. I'm not sure if you self-censored or what, but you don't have to self-censor. Yeah. So your weapon choice matters, guys. A shotgun is less likely to put you in jail, and a pistol is even more less likely to throw you in jail. So why even own a rifle, right? Similar cases of women doing the same thing to their male counterpart, they're less likely to be in jail. That's just how the numbers roll. So who knows? Maybe you can get your mother to shoot the person instead, because she has better odds. I self-censored just for the sake of not giving your stream and myself any trouble. If it was me, I'd crucify them and hang them on the wall. Personally, I think the best choice for a home defense weapon, if you had to use it, is probably a shotgun. Even though the number of cases show that if you were thrown into jail, they are in the middle between rifles and pistols. It's just that with a handgun or rifle, some people will count the number of rounds you fired into the assailant and can use that against you. You're like, did you really have to empty 30 rounds into that guy? Which is obscene, right? But let's say like you land 3. It's like, did you really have to land 3? Why couldn't you just land 1 or 2? You have to explain yourself there. But with a shotgun, it usually takes just 1, and I don't know that many people that can stand up against double-aught buck. That's also why in like a legal case it's better to be accurate. But most accurate shots are, kill shots. So you're like, yeah, I only shot once. It just happens to, land in the unfortunate spot for the other party. Same thing with shotgun pellets, or at least we're at point blank range. I feel like a pistol is enough. A bullet is gonna pierce through bone regardless, as long as the bullet or metal. Am I wrong? Yeah. The type of load is also in contention. So if you use birdshot has multiple pellets, so it's a wide spread. And you really don't want birdshot. Well, I guess birdshot is fine because birdshot and buckshot are the most common ones. So like you can argue that more easily, but yeah, it's just, you know, the black buck has 8 pellets in it in one shot, so like it's just unlucky that I only shot once. But something like more exotic, like flechette, so steel arrows. So flechette can come in a wide variety of 20 arrows, 40 arrows, somewhere around there. People would question you, why would you use the 40 arrow one? Or even flechette in general, why would you use flechette? All right. Take our next break here. Seems like we got a good topic to talk about. I feel like pistol is enough. A bullet is going to pierce through bone regardless, as long as bullets are metal. Am I wrong? It depends. So there is FMJ, Full Metal Jacket, more likely to go straight through, right? But yeah, you also think like you don't want it going past their body and hitting someone else behind them, because you gotta imagine what's behind that person too. And so you use hollow point. So when it lands on impact, it spreads into the body or whatever the target is, right? So in some places, hollow point are seen as inhumane, but it's better for shooting inside the house, because when it lands on a target, it just spreads. So when it hits drywall, it just spreads and won't go through the drywall if you miss, or at least when you're at point blank range. Same thing with shotgun pistol. What the fuck? Some people are straight up demons to try and get you in jail for self defense. Yeah, people generally really do condemn guns. They always highlight the bad, but good people also just want to defend themselves sometimes. Like me, I'm below average height, and probably and most definitely weight in American height in weight. So a gun would be beneficial for me. Let's say like someone like my mom, she's even shorter than me. It'd be better for her to have a gun. But some people are like, we should not have guns at all. It's difficult on how to control it, because it makes it a more level playing field. It's kind of like Vikings getting mad at you for using a spear and bow and arrow. You should use a sword. That's what a real Viking does. At the same time, I'd rather live in a place with no need for a gun than be somewhere that I can conceal carry. Yeah, it's just not the environment we live in. I would prefer that too. I don't know. Some of the families are like, they're just trying to get back at the person when even if they did the wrong, it's still someone's child, father, uh that's been hurt, and so they're just trying to get whatever they can. People sometimes are not logical. I think with America at this point, there's so many guns in circulation that true gun control is not possible. There are more guns than there are people in the country, I believe. So everyone can get one, and some people can get one more. Gun control only works if you're in a place where guns are not already widely accessible to everyone with ease. Yeah, it's hard because we like outnumber all these other population. So getting everyone to agree is kind of gonna be tough. And there older people were like, well, it used to be like this. I don't like change. Why I gotta do this? And so those people were grandfathered in. I don't like this. Why I gotta change? 600. Not gonna lie, I feel tempted to say something akin to "Too bad grams it's ain't 1940 no more." I mean, it's all the bad apples that are making it tougher on the good apples. There's some changes that don't make sense, um, in my opinion. Like, so you have a rifle, right? What defines a rifle? It is a like 16-inch barrel with a stock, right? So if you saw off the stock, it becomes a pistol. Like, why is it like that? You need a tax stamp for a short barrel rifle. So what is a short barrel rifle? Let's just say it's a weapon with a stock, with a barrel that is shorter than 16 inches. But yet again, if you saw off the stock, it becomes a pistol. So you do not no longer need a tax stamp for a short barrel rifle. Make that make sense. I think the culture in America also contributes to the problem with guns, if that makes sense. Yes. We are probably the most rootin' and tootin' country out there. I also think it's the education. There's a lot of negligent in some countries you have to store the gun in disassembled, and each part has to be in a different like part of your home. So I think it's good practice to keep the ammo and the gun in separate places. But in some countries they go even further, so you gotta keep it disassembled. The main like components are separated from like the barrel and stuff, and the ammo is also separated in another location. Maybe ignorant and uneducated is a better word than dumb. Yeah, that's what I mean. It seems the stereotype of Americans being ignorant and uneducated seems to be accurate the more I watch the news and see how people around me behave. Is also like we're a larger population, and so like with the more numbers, the more likely you'll see more cases. And you know people love showing that on TV. If you put it in terms of percentage, we are still higher, but it's not like a crazy amount compared to other countries in terms of like violent crimes. That's what I remember anyways. Someone can correct me. I personally like shooting guns. But it's just for marksmanship and recreational. Since I grew up in that environment. Luckily, I'm in the boat of never having to pointing at anyone yet. I remember in high school, me and my friends went to his granddad's farm, and we shot around the chicken coop. The only thing Granddad asked was, "Don't shoot the chicken feed," and it was like in the middle of like the farmland. So we just try not to shoot the chicken feed. But once we took a break. Um, uh, we took a break, and one of my friends had a 1911. Right? You've seen a 1911 before. It's all in video games. Main zombies weapon in Call of Duty, right? So the slide is pulled back, right? It's empty, and he puts another mag in, but I guess he slammed the mag in so aggressively. We're all talking in a circle, right? We're all talking in a circle. He slams the mag in, and the slide drops, and the pin was loose because a round popped off. And on that day, I was like, holy fucking shit. I could have had a fucking hole in my stomach. And then my friend that was standing next to me could have lost a toe. I was like, holy fuck. And so as young high schoolers, we're like, all right, let's not even like be in a circle when we handle guns. So we're kind of in like a small arc from then on. Was that negligence? I can't say. I can't say. We probably should have been in a better formation, right? But we did not expect to have the slide drop and the pen go off. Finger not on the trigger, right? Gun is supposed to go boom when you pull the trigger, but the slide went forward and it brought the pin with it, and we're like, holy shit. I could have been dead. And of course, it's farmland that we have to walk like about a mile out, because you're not supposed to shoot next to like people. That's why most shooting ranges are like indoors, covered, and if it's outdoors, it's pretty far away from like others. So we were at an outdoor farmland, so that means they would have to carry us, or me and my friends would have to carry my other friend about a mile to get to Grandpappy's house and then drive to the hospital. The more I look at the culture of my country, I find myself not liking other Americans anymore. What is American culture? Burgers and guns and freedom? The you don't tell me what to do culture? That's a lot of people out there. You don't tell me what to do. I don't think that's specific to America. I actually experienced that in French culture so much. I remember the phrase "Na me dis pas quoi faire." You don't tell me what to do. Is that warm up? Yeah, let's warm up. It's more the performative nature and rugged individualism of American culture. Is throwing out your kids at the age of 18 and letting them fend for themselves also American culture? It seems like we do that pretty often relative to other countries. Or like it used to be common to shame others living with their parents, but our generation, and the one I think millennials. I'm a Zoomer, um, and the ones under us are like, yeah, it's okay to live with your parents. I guess that's changing. I love living with my parents. I have people to go get my packages. You know, we take turns cooking. It's always nice to be in a group environment. I think of other people throughout the country as rules for thee and not for me types. Those are just Karens and Kyles. And then they suddenly complain if something they voted for starts biting them back. Yeah, yeah. To be brutally honest, I see the idea of kicking your kids out at 18 is fucking cruel. Yes. Smart money does not do that. So I guess it's only like the poor's, I guess. Smart money generally sets up their child to be successful. Yes, Ada, that's obvious. How do they do that? Well, they let them live with their kids live with them, and maybe they'll ask for rent to show like how to use money, but really they put that money away into like some type of retirement account for them as that money builds, and so when they leave, the account can be given to them to independently use however they like as an emergency piggy bank or keep it invested. I also find that rich people see themselves not as a nationality. They will strip themselves of their nationality if it benefits them to get more money. Which I also am in the same mindset. Like I'm only American because I was born here, but I don't. If I were to fly another country's flag because it benefits me, I would do it. My loyalty is not to the institutions, but to my family, friends, and maybe my neighbor. If he's nice, he can come along. Or she, or they. I don't discriminate. I really don't understand people who um, have have loyalty to a certain company. I'm like, bro, you're just their pay pig, bro. Do you not understand? In what economy? If you're a burden enough to even entertain the idea of kicking your own son/daughter out, why even conceive children? I don't know. People just like having things. You know, like people get cars that they can afford. It's all performative, just so they can look good. The people that they don't even care about, or maybe they want someone else to love them unconditionally. There's a hole that they need to fill, and a child is just that. Oh damn, that was really bad. There's another part of it that's foolish. Eventually, you get older and lose the ability to take care of yourself. When you kick your kids out, you don't have much other options for security outside a nursing home, and those places have no obligation to keep you happy or healthy. Yeah, I think doing stuff like that kind of burns a bridge between you and your child. So like when you need help, they're less likely to come and assist. It's funny that the birth rates are declining and older folks are flipping out. But hey, it's worth kicking their own family out, and you wonder why they don't have kids slash let you see their kids. That's one part of it. I also think the more advanced a society gets, the less children they tend to produce. Because now you don't need farm hands anymore. It's automated. But I think with like AI and stuff, we'll see more declining birth rates. It's also like society, like monetarily we can't afford one. I know a lot of my friends are married, but they're not having kids. They have pets instead, just because they can't afford children. I personally want to have kids. I'd love to have a little sidekick by my side. It sucks. Its rents are too damn high. It sucks when rent's too damn high. Uh, I think it's also people can sustain themselves for longer due to tech and forget the fact that we as humans are very dependent on one another, either directly or indirectly for survival. Yeah, humanity is a group. We advance as a group. All right, let's take another break. Check out the pads here. If you got outcasted and kicked out by your tribe in the caveman days, your lion food, modern day, takes away the immediate danger of that metaphorical speaking. This this is just also nice to have something to a cushion to lie on. It's like um, if I have no one to rely on, then it's just me. I think life would be harder. Like I just wouldn't have time to do stuff like um, my mom usually cooks, and if she was gone, I would have to cook. This is an example as everyday necessity. Or like if I'm gone, all the things that are broken in the house, she will have to fix or pay someone to fix instead of asking me to fix. I think human beings are supposed to function like ants and bees in a healthy society. Can I be the queen bee? Wait, does that mean I have to get pregnant all the time though? Maybe not. Never mind. Would you want to though? No, I don't want any type of responsibility like that. I live a quiet life. That's how I want to live. I want to live a very boring life. No drama. Everything is to be expected. I think that's the best type of life. That's me though. Other people won't agree. You have one sect of bees or ants to gather leaves, one sect to farm food, another to take care of eggs and larvae, etc. things remain stable because they support one another. If all those ants decided to fuck off and do their own thing, the entire colony slowly dies. That's how cavemans used to be when we were hunter and gatherers. Or at least I think so. Some people wouldn't like that society because it's depressing being assigned a job that you may not like, even though you're proficient at it. It's a hard balance. I'm gonna have to say these scores don't look good. They look so sporadic. That's why collectivist countries seem to feel more livable than the US. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you also gotta weigh like the mental health of those people too. The point is more so people do their part and lift one another up when someone falls, not being assigned a job you hate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was being uh the devil's advocate. The other point. I just tend to think in terms of centuries and what actually will last in long terms. Nothing will ever last. This American empire will end soon enough. I do wonder what's gonna be the next like strongest country. For a long time it was Britain. Then we moved the torch to America. What was before Britain? I can't think of any society between Rome, Rome and Britain. Because before them was before Rome, the Romans, it was what the Ottoman. No, the Ottoman should be between Britain and Rome. I think before Romans, it's Mongolians. And then before them, the Babylonians. I don't know. I'm just yapping now. It's ridiculous enough having to pay taxes and for healthcare. When it comes to things like free healthcare in college, people oppose that are not already rich. So it sounds dumb as fuck. Those people, I feel like it's cause like they want that money to be freely used however they like. So they don't want like their taxes go into healthcare or education. Like you telling me that I need to give my money to other people is what I believe their line of thought is. Or They go universal healthcare. Now I'm gonna have to wait long lines now. I won't be like uh immediately cared for. I want to be first. I was like, yeah, it's tiered, bro. So like if your arm is like chopped off, of course you're gonna be rushed ahead. But it also does kind of suck because like I had a Canadian uh I knew of a Canadian Discord member. He was like, yeah, I had a broken bone, but like it wasn't like jutting out of my skin or anything. And I was primarily okay. It was just broken and stinging and hurting. But the doctor is like, yeah, if it's not too bad, just wait here or come back the next day. And so they're like, yeah, just come back the next day. So he came back the next day. And he's like, yeah, I have a healing scar in my bones because of that. And I was like, damn, that does suck. But and also in some other countries, they are heavily subsidized. There's still private insurance if you truly want to expedite such a thing. But then those people are like, why do I have to pay money for something that everyone already gets? And I was like, bro, literally, there's a problem that's being solved that you're whining about. It just costs money. Of course, you're gonna have to pay a premium if you want to skip the line. You know, your money is traded into time. And some people just buy into like, oh, that sounds like communism. I don't like that. Never mind. It's like, bro, come on, please. It helps all of us here. Please. I don't mind a little bit of communism, but it helps all of us. The reason I say that is because people are paying high taxes anyways, at least with those the common man actually benefits from the high taxes in a meaningful way. Dumb rich conservative with their pull yourself by the bootstrap mentality, and poor communities agree, yet it's those folks that are screwing themselves. Though for healthcare, things that would depend on your condition is the first place. Main example that comes to mind is type 1. They physically cannot make you wait. You'll die without insulin within a few days to a week. That and type 1 isn't common, but it's not a niche disease either. The dynamic of that reminds me of a specific part of the Bible. Bro, it actually is crazy though. Some people vote against themselves just because they align with a certain party. Just so they can see that the other party does not win. I'm like, bro, it's okay. It's okay, bro. They treat it like a sports team. Like, no, blue party can't win or red party can't win, even though my party is voting against my interests. Every day that passes, I'm reminded that adults have the same behavior as children. There just happens to be adults. A lot of them cannot practice patience or suppressing anger. They're no different from their younger selves. It's just now that they are in command and have the financial means to truly express themselves. You know what? I think money does not change people, right? Money does not change people. It just lets them express their true self more. That's the last score. I'm gonna take a little break here. Switch out the pads. If I remember correctly, there is a parable that goes like this. Rich man decides to use the new land he bought to build a barn to store all the grains and food he preserved and grew on his land. He stores all that up, feeling all high and mighty, but God comes to him and says, "You fool, you store all this up thinking it will save you, but little did you know, tonight I claim your soul." Damn. My grandparents tell me that a lot. Like, they say something similar. Like, you can't take the money that you make with you in the afterlife. Eventually, there's a point where enough is enough, and if you have more than enough, you should go and spread it around. And what is the point of your money if you can't take it with you into the afterlife? This is disappointing to see because what they actually mean is work hard is good so long as it keeps me richer and you help me reach that goal. The point of the parable was the rich guy hoarded his resources to himself so selfishly, thinking it would give him peace and prosperity. But ultimately, he lost it all, and it meant nothing when he stands before before God as an evil man. I always tell people that I'm not interested in money, but I'm interested in the freedom that comes with it. I just don't know what the amount of money that I need to buy my freedom. Does Vietnamese culture have similar folk stories like that? I'm sure a lot of cultures have similar stories like that. It's not a too all uncommon story. Like stories that teach moral lessons in general, yes. But yeah, I'm sure other cultures have the same thing. It's not too uncommon. I find that all cultures have like a certain baseline that they all agree on. Like killing is a taboo is one. Thievery. Um, share with others or the lesser fortunate, help pick each other up. Basically work as a group. All right, let me show you. Let me show you what I got, Solomon. Let me show you what I got in terms of some new stuff, to the art stuff. Because I know you're trying to make yourself a VTuber yourself or having a model. Some new headshots. This bottom one is what I prefer. Maybe some of you prefer this top one, but this bottom one is what I prefer. The dead soul look. Yeah, just dead fish eyes. This is more fan service. For those who prefer this isn't speaking to myself, for other people who prefer this type of fan service. So a Comey type stare. I'm not sure. I guess you could say bro got scared beyond straight in that parable. Yeah, people tend to not change until it's a life-threatening thing. I know most smokers don't change until it's time to like, yeah, you're gonna die. Ignore everything. What I like is this at the bottom. These are all very beautiful. Especially this one. This last one's very beautiful. Now, Comey has some aliveness in her stare. Like, this is really dead. Like, even though she's making a smile, she's cracking a smile, the eyes tell a different story. This is more my style. I like a nervous look. More for other people. People like playful styles. So Um, fan service, you know, we gotta have the fan service. Not me, you know, but for those who likes it, this is more my style. Gets glasses pose. This is more my style also. Something I like. I like it when art tells a story. Oops. Yeah, you see that? You see that? She's dead on the inside, even though she's cracking a smile. No, no, no. Snooze the ads. Um, I like the one on the left and right. Not so much the one in the middle, but I'm more towards the one on the left. Um, yeah, this art's beautiful. Like, why are the crows around her? Are they gonna eat her other eyeballs? Um, more a panda style. Smoking, smoking. Little bit of fan service, a little bit of fan service. Not me, guys, not me. It's just for those people who you know, we gotta sell the channel. You know, we gotta to cast the widest net possible. You know, a little bit more fan service. You know, um, this is more my style. I love stuff like this. Well, Solomon, what do you have to say? Nice too. A little goofy, you know. A lot of people don't like too serious stuff or fan service, so we gotta have a little bit of goofiness in there. Oops, oop, 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 oop. Fan service. I really like this traditional style painting. Something goofy for all those goobers out there. Fan service. Fan service. Let's not zoom in on that. And fan service and fan service. Okay. Some people just like this type of stuff, you know. I guess you could say that this is also fan service, but it's a different type of fan service, not of my character, of the audience, I guess. But I thought that was funny. Don't have anything new. Different type of clothing that this outfit is fire, bro. This outfit's fire. This outfit's clean. Clean, 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 clean. Just more inspirations. Wuthering Waves character. From the same artist, but I really like this lady cop. Her stance. She's pretty tall, big. What can I say, guys? I just like tall women. I just like tall women. A taller, goofy girl. But yeah, 192 centimeters is like 6 foot, like 6'4". But yeah, she's pretty tall. And that's all. That's all. That's all I have to show. Back to the aim training. Solomon's just stunned, guys. He's just stunned. She doesn't know what to say. It's all right. You can hold your thoughts for when you're ready. I'm 40. I know you love the orange pad. I do not like this orange pad. I hate the orange zero. I rather use the orange Raiden. At least that doesn't catch my arm hair. Hmm, 650. Shave. I barely have any arm hair on me. Do you see this? Let me zoom in for you. Do you see this? I know it's a 720p camera, but like I have no hair on the underside, right? I have some hair here, some hair here. Do you see this? Are we looking at the same thing? Yeah. Still a good bit. It's definitely lesser than large majority of men out there. All my hair are in my legs. I have really hairy legs, but I don't have any I don't have such a hairy arm. Usually Asian men have really patchy leg hair, but mine's filled. The only place I don't have hair on my legs is behind my knee pit and inside of my thighs. Do you still have the song request feature on your stream? I do. I just don't keep it on for data collecting because it would skew the data. You play worse with lyrical music or music with high BPM. That's why I've been playing lo-fi all this time. Because I don't want the dead silence. So we need some type of music. So this is a compromise. $700. Wowzers. I make sure I'm smooth everywhere. Do you get waxed? I think I'm hairier than like 90% of East Asian men. I don't know that many East Asian men that can grow a full beard. My dad and my Japanese friend is the only person that I know. Even when I was in Japan, I looked at all the men with facial hair, and I would say 10% of them had like a full beard if they were to let it grow, because I could see the shadow that some of them wore. No. All right, let's take our little break here. Switch out the pads. Yo, Slash, what's up? How's it going? We're just on our little break right now. We were just yapping about some art earlier. Now we're talking about shaving. No, I need to cover 27 days, and we are on day 18, I believe. 19. So, just 8 more days. If you can wait 8 more days. I can show you what I have so far in terms of my data. So here it is. I'm collecting today's scenario on the first day. So what did we find? We find that on BGT Voltaic, the 2K soft is the best one. We found that on Wisphere, the 2K soft is the best one. 1 wall, 3 targets. Is this tied? Let me send the data out real quick. Okay. It means that the Heian mid is better since it has a smaller square. The median line is the same, and so is the average line. The average X mark is about the same. So the next varying ability is the smaller square. Whoever has a smaller box is the winner. So, but 2K soft is in second place. The Otsu V2 wins in Beans TS. In Waldo TS, the Otsu V2 also wins again. And then in Dami Switch, what's a whole project? Or that's a whole project. Yeah. I know. I love wasting time, don't I? Dami Switch is the Key 83 mid. So we have 2 on Otsu, 1 for Key 83 mid. We have 1 for Heian, and we have 2 for 2K soft. But once I'm all done, I'm gonna compile all the average ranking. So whoever is closest to first place is the one that I would keep. I'll also keep second and third. And the rest of them I'll go and sell. Nah, it's not a waste. It's good data. Thank you. I could get rid of PGT. No, I'm gonna get rid of Wisphere Small because it's so similar to BGT. Even has the same winners, you know. It has the same winner, so I might omit. Yeah, I'll probably omit. I have a score where I omit Wisphere, and I have one where it has it. Just to see the ranking overall. I'll also have one where I do all my data, right? Do the full data set. And then I'll have one where it gets rid of the lowest score and the highest score on each pad to get rid of outlier. And then we'll do double outlier. Do you account for your skill increase for those 27 days? So that's why we have we split them among 3 days, right? Because my skill level could be varying because of sleep. You know, it's just a good day. You know, the things I ate. So even though it's a total of 15 runs, it's 5 runs split between 3 days. And the order are RNG. The order are randomized. All in the same CM. Each pad gets 1 warm up. So that means whoever's in the middle will have the highest chance of performing the best because I'm warmed up and I'm not tired out. So the beginning of the beginning and the end of the test is probably the worst data. To fix it, I would either do more days or I do a Latin square. But I don't have enough time for a Latin square. Latin square ensures that everyone gets their position in this scenario, 1 through 10. So, but I don't have time for 10 times 10, which is all the possible variations of every pad for one scenario. It's just too much. So the next best thing is to randomize it and make sure that the order is not too much the same as the previous order. So now we're down here. Yeah, now we're down here. So I guess with Whisper taken out, the Otsu V2 is the winner currently. But with Whisper added, it's tied between 2K Fun and the Otsu. We have 1, 2, 3 more tests to go. A total of 8 more days. So this is the current benchmark, BT Bounce Shot. The next one is Pasu Angelic. And the last one is Box Target. How different are they from each other? I think it wouldn't matter too much since they should all be good. In terms of speed, something like the Type 99 to Raiden is a big difference. Something like the 0 to the Raiden is a big difference. The Key 83 to the Raiden is a big difference, right? But something like in the category of Otsu, Key 83, and Hien, they're pretty much the same. The 2 zeros are pretty much the same, even though one's noticeably faster than the other. Yeah, and then no one can really compete in slowness and speed of Raiden and Type 99. So if I were to group them, I would group them into 4 categories. Type 99, 0, and the balanced faster pads of Otsu, K83, and Hien, and then the fast pads are just Raidens. So they're split them into that 4 group if I were to split them up. I think our break is over. Oh yeah, I take a 4 or 5 minute break between so I don't get physically fatigued. But at the end, I'm usually mentally fatigued. I'm like, fuck, get me out of here, get me out of here. We'll probably stream day 20 after I'm done eating and, you know, just chill out a little bit. Because on Thursday, the big day, it's a big video game day on Thursday. That's when Tomodachi Life comes out. And I'm doing a thing where if you send in a picture of what you want to represent yourself as in game, I would try my best and draw you or make you in game so you can be part of my island. And then on Friday is Pragmata, which we already bought. Oh no, the ads. I'm sorry. I'm still waiting for my G-Wolves mouse, bro. Everyone seems to have gotten their G-Wolves mouse but me. I want my Lycan too, bro. Where the hell is it? I've yet to get it. And I'm very much disgruntled. I'm seeing everyone taking pictures on Twitter. I think I'm fine as long as Bortzy doesn't get his before me. Because me and Bortzy live on the same coast. So if he hasn't got it, then I'm like, okay, yeah, if he doesn't got it, we're chilling, bro. But if he gets it and mine is still significantly delayed, I'm like, bro, we literally live on the same coast, the same area of the country. How come he has his and not mine? Because I'm not an influencer. I think everyone on the West Coast got theirs. So, people in Oceania and Japan and East Asia all got theirs, which makes sense. This is closer to them. Some people in Europe got theirs. $740. When Twitch doesn't have ads to give me, it just makes up ads about Turbo to get rid of ads. Wait, so do you still get hit with like a ad screen, or is it just like a little pop up that you can just click off of? Because sometimes I get a pop up where I just click off of, which is nice, better than like not being able to hear the stream and interact. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got 2 runs left. And that'll be the end of the day. It's a 30-second video about Turbo. Sounds like ass. I never gotten that. Not 670. Yo, what's up, Yotaki? I don't have a mousepad command because I'm literally using 10 mouse pads in this very moment. I might try some Kovacs too now. It's been a while. Right now I'm using the Key 83 Soft. I'll show you all the mousepad we're testing after this run because it's the last run. Okay, that was just really bad. All right, 700. That's the last score. And all mousepad have been tested for today. What we're looking at here. So these are the mouse pads. You can go ahead and look at the highlighted part as I explained. Over here are the scenarios. We have 9. We're planning to get rid of one of them because it's so similar to another one in the test. But that's for a future test. So we have 9 scenarios right now. In the future, will be 8. 15 runs on each pad. We'll split the 15 runs among 3 days because my sleep schedule, how hungry I am, will vary. And I'll probably get tired at the end of 60 runs. So that's why I split it up to 5 tries each pad each day. Each pad gets 1 warm-up try. The rotation of the pad is randomized every time, all on 52 cm. And we take a 4 to 5 minute break in between every pad so we don't get physically burnt out. And yeah, that's how we're doing things. These are the data for each of the pad here. Now I think about it, for content creation, maybe I could start out as a commentary channel and just seem more sustainable as a beginner than trying to make a entertaining gaming channel, at least at the start. Mario Kart commentary is one of the most popular things going on. And a lot of the commentators don't even have their face. They just commentate over the gameplay, and that's it. And I personally enjoy that a lot, especially this channel called Shortcat. I love Shortcat. And also like Gyarados, Liam. But Liam is currently the #1 player, so maybe he has a big edge against you. Gyarados is like top 100, I believe. Yeah, he's top 100 professional player. But Shortcat is the easiest to watch. He's not a top 100. He's not even top 1,000, but he's just really entertaining to watch because he puts so much effort. After 3.5 months of not practicing, I just got the same score as back then on Pasu. I was thinking more for gameplay, use a variety of lesser known and obscure games in addition to popular titles. Yeah, you can do that. You'll carve out your own niche. So let's chart this. Let's chart today's scoring, just for curiosity's sake. Why did I not highlight all of it? Because for some reason it's very buggy. If I do that, it doesn't give me the chart that I want. So instead, we'll do this. And then expand, accept. There we go. Go to format, drop this down. Let's see, about 500 for the vertical axis. I have a light filter on so I don't flashbang you guys. Oops, wrong button. Let's put this on 800. There you go. It's easier to read now. Oh, 750. I didn't score higher than 750, but that will change over time. I don't think I've scored above 730. Nope, never mind. Do 720 or 520. There we go. Now it's easily readable. Expand so it fits. All right, so the current winner is the Key 83 Soft. In second place is the Type 99 Soft. And in third, it's the Orange Zero. No, in third, actually, the second place is Raiden Soft. Then the third is the Type 99. That's what today's benchmark is telling me. Once you learn aiming, it stays forever. Just gotta shake off the rust. Like maybe use gameplay for this obscure monster taming RPG I found on Steam called Dragon Spirits. You should do commentary on all the free games Steam gives you, which seems to be happening a lot lately. Well, Yotaki, What do you think about all the pads I'm using? Yes, they happen all to be artisan pads. My main used to be the Key 83 Soft. But then, and before that, it used to be the Type 99 Soft. But for some reason, one way or another, I landed on 10 artisan mouse pads. Let's format this a bit better. There you go. All right, guys, that's the end of the stream. So sorry to say. We'll come back after lunch. I'm very hungry. I have not eaten since I woken up at 9 o'clock today, and it's 4. So I have not eaten in 7 hours, almost 8. Cock. Oh, Panda came pretty late. I'll be back in like an hour or two. So you guys are still awake? See you there. What makes me want to go in that direction is I remember liking how Mutahar did things like back in his creepypasta narration days when I was a kid. I think as long as you have the passion, you should go for it. Everything else will come along. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'll catch you guys in the very next episode. Bye-bye. Oh wait, we should probably raid someone, huh? Three. I don't know who to raid. I don't know who to raid. If you guys have someone who I should raid, say it now. Say it now. Say it now. Don't say it all at once.